Across an interesting read for today, a little parable about the difference between living your life and just existing. So it's a Buddhist parable, but one day the Buddha came to a certain village. He saw 3 bricklayers working. He asked one, what are you doing? And the answer was, I'm laying bricks. Buddha then asked the second man what he was doing. He answered, I'm making money. When the Buddha went to the third man and asked him what he was doing, the third man looked at the Buddha and said, I'm building a temple. His face was bright and full of hope. He was living. It's a good, a good little story to kind of check in with yourself, especially now. Ask yourself those difficult questions. The real joy and peace of life are based on living life, not just existing. When you see people that are nervous, impatient, always complaining, tired or bored, and just not loving life, that's more on the existing side. But one who is living life that is bright, vibrant, creative, and unfolding from within feels the true meaning of life and enjoys their work. So, interesting story and just a little self-reflection. So, like I said, let's go ahead and get started in child's pose. So, knees go out wide, big toes come to touch. You stretch the hands out in front of you and shift your pelvis back towards your heels. Let your forehead rest softly on the mat. Start to bring that awareness inward. Maybe close your eyes. Start to hone in on your breath. Begin to let that breath, that life energy fill you up from within. Traveling from the crown of your head, down your neck, through your shoulders, into your arms and all the way into the fingertips. Let that breath, that life force, that energy travel down your spine through your torso, into your hamstrings, your quads, all the way through your legs down to your toes. Start to close off your mouth, breathing in and out through your nose. Create that oceanic sound at the back of your throat. And with your next inhale, take a tent through both palms. Imagine that campfire underneath the palms of your hands as you press down through all 10 fingers. Open up your chest in this child's pose. Squeeze those shoulder blades together towards your spine and down away from your ears. Maybe gently shake your head yes and no. Release any tension in your neck and shoulders. Release any tension in your jaw and your forehead. Return the palms back down to the earth. On your inhale, reach those right fingertips up high towards the sky. On your exhale, thread the needle through. The back side of your hand is flat against the earth. Reaching up and under the left, rest the right temple softly on the mat. Taking a gentle twist through the thoracic spine, opening up the back side of that right shoulder. Really stretch those left fingertips long towards the top of your mat as you reach the right fingertips out to the left. On the next inhale, release that twist, reach those right fingertips high. As you exhale, bring the right palm back down to the mat. Switching sides here, inhale, left fingertips go high. As you exhale, thread the needle through up and under that right armpit.
Left temple rests softly on the mat. Back side of the hand is flat down on the earth. Extend those right fingertips long towards the front of the mat. Left fingertips go out to the right side. Your next inhale, release that bind, stretch the left fingertips up high. Exhale, return the left palm back down to the mat. On your next inhale, shift your weight forward, come to that tabletop. Palms plant underneath your shoulders. Knees come into shoulder width distance as well. Keep the tops of the feet resting softly on your mat. On your inhale, lower the belly button down, shine your heart forward as you lift the crown of your head towards the sky. Exhale, pressing down through all 10 fingers, arching your spine, tuck your tail. Inhale, lower the belly button down, tilt the pelvis back, shine your heart forward. As you exhale, press through for your cat. Inhale one more time, coming through. Lower the belly button down, shine your heart forward, cow pose. Exhale as you press through the palms and all 10 fingers. Gently float back to a neutral spine. From here, on the inhale, tuck the toes underneath. As you exhale, shift your hips high, press back through the palms, sending your heels towards the earth, downward facing dog. Try and press your chest back towards your thighs, spiral those elbows in towards the midline. On your next inhale, raise that right heel high. As you exhale, sweep through, stepping to the outer edge of the mat. So outside that right hand, lower down the left knee, untuck the left toes. Little low lizard lunge here. Press down through all 10 fingers, raise your chest and shine your heart forward. Keep that right knee tucked in towards your right shoulder. Inhale, stretch your spine nice and tall. On the exhale, see if you can come down to the forearms. Option to spiral, open that right hip a little bit to give your torso a little bit more space to move. If you're able to get down here, revisit that tuck in the right knee. Bring it in towards your right shoulder. Keep your chest and head lifted. Do your best to keep a nice straight spine. Reconnect with your breath. On your next inhale, come back up to the palms of your hands. Press down through the left palm only. As you exhale, spiral open to the right. Twisted lizard lunge. Reach those right fingertips up nice and high. Option to stay here with this twist, or on the inhale, reach those right fingertips back. Take a bend in the left knee. Bring that left heel towards your glute. As you reach for that left foot, look your gaze over your shoulder with your exhale. Really open up that left quad and hip flexor. On your next inhale, release the left foot, return it softly to the mat. As you exhale, spiral the right hand around. Plant that hand softly on the mat. Inhale, untuck those left toes and raise the left knee as you step the right leg back, high plank. Really shoving the mat away from your chest. You pin those shoulders flat along your rib cage, squeezing them away from your ears. Nice straight spine. Imagine a straight line from the heels all the way to the crown of your head. On your inhale, shift your weight forward onto the tippy toes. As you exhale, lower down halfway. Keep the elbows in tight. On your inhale, untuck the toes. Keep the thighs lifted as you shine your heart forward, upward facing dog. On the exhale, use your core to lift your hips, roll over the toes, downward facing dog. Maybe gently pedal this dog out side to side. Return to that stillness when you're ready. Press your chest back towards the thighs. With your next breath in, that left heel's going high this time. As you exhale, step it to the outer left edge outside that left palm. Lower down the right knee, untuck the right toes. Raise your chest and shine your heart forward. Low lizard lunge on the opposite side. Try to keep those hips square. Drive that right hip forward. Really open up the hip flexor. On your inhale, press down through all 10 fingers. Shine your heart forward. Give yourself a little bit of space to fold forward. Come down to the forearms. Tuck that left knee in towards your left shoulder. Keep the chest and forehead lifted. Your next breath in, come back up to the palms. Plant down firmly through the right hand only. On the exhale, spiral open to the left side. Reach those left fingertips high. Option to deepen this twist and the stretch on that right leg. With your inhale, reach the left fingertips behind you. Stretch towards the back side of the mat as you bend that right knee. Bring the right heel in towards your glute as you reach for that right foot. Your gaze over that left shoulder back towards your right foot. Your next breath in, gently release that right foot lower down to the ground. As you exhale, spiral that left hand back around to meet the right. On your inhale, tuck those right toes under, raise that right knee, step that right leg forward, coming down into your malasana, your yogi squat. So toes are pointed out at about a 45-degree angle. Heels are resting just inside the edge of your mat. Tuck your pelvis up and underneath as you imagine that string at the crown of your head to pull your spine up towards the sky. Hands come to heart center, elbows press inside the knees, opening up the hips. Try and keep a nice tall spine. Using as much core control as you can. Try and sit back slowly. Roll back. Come to a comfortable seat. Then we're actually going to lower all the way down to our backs. Keep the knees bent. Plant the feet softly on the mat as you walk your heels in close to your glutes. On your next inhale, we're going to step that right knee up and over the left. On the exhale, let both knees fall out to the right side of your mat. From here, you can goal post that left arm open. Look your gaze over that left shoulder, deepening this twisted root pose. Option to use that right hand and gently press down on top of the right thigh or knee. Getting a little bit more into this twist. Open up that left low back and left hip. With your next inhale, let your knees float back to center. Keep the knees stacked on top of each other. You reach your hands up towards the sky. On your exhale, we're going to take eagle arms here. So matching that top right knee. So right elbow is going to be close to the right knee. You always want to match the knee to the elbow when we're doing anything that's eagle related. So inhale, reach your fingertips high. On the exhale, we're going to tuck that right arm up and under the left. So the back sides of the hands meet.
And then deepen that bind by bringing those right fingertips into the palm of your left hand. So you've got a double bind with your upper extremity. Option for those with the extra hip mobility to tuck your right foot behind your left calf. I'm not able to do that, so just bring that right knee up and over is totally okay. But you can take a double bind with your legs as well if you can get that right foot behind your left calf. From here, we're going to work into some eagle crunches. So on your inhale, press the elbows away from your chest. As you exhale, bring that right elbow in towards your right knee. Inhale, elongate. As you exhale, crunching down. Inhale. Exhale, crunch for 3. 4. 5. 6. 7. 8. 9. On this 10th one, we're going to hold. Up for 10. Hold for 5. 4. 3. 2. 1. Exhale, lower down. Release the bind in your hands. Step that right foot up and over. Plant it firmly down onto your mat. Your next breath in, we're going to stack the left knee on top of the right this time. On your exhale, let the knees fall out to the left side of the mat. Take a goalpost in that right arm. Look your gaze over your right shoulder to deepen the twist. Maybe use those left fingertips to gently press down on top of your left thigh or knee. A little bit more motion here in the twist. Your next inhale, bring those knees back to center as you reach your fingertips towards the sky. So this time, left hand's coming up and under. Inhale, left hand comes under, left palm or left fingertips go into the right palm. Inhale, press the elbows away. On the exhale, crunch down. 10 of these. 2, 3, nice, slow and controlled. 4, 5, 6, 7, 3 more, holding on the last one. 8, 9, last one up and hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Slowly lower back down. Release the bind in your arms. Unstack your knees. Plant that left foot back down on the earth. Your next inhale, bring both knees into your chest. On your exhale, crisscross the ankles. Maybe circle out the knees one direction, and then balance it out, change directions with your circles. Gently start to rock forward and back along your spine, gaining momentum, eventually making your way back up into that tabletop position. From here, plant your hands, tuck the toes underneath your feet. As you exhale, press up into your downward facing dog. Inhale that right heel high. As you exhale, sweep the knee through, step the foot between the palms of your hands. Press down through that right heel as you reach up towards the sky, high crescent lunge. Square the hips here towards the front of the mat. Drive the left hip forward and the right hip back. Squeeze the shoulders away from your ears as you reach towards the sky. On your inhale, hands come to heart center, tick-tock, a little bit forward. On the exhale, sweep the left leg through, single leg mountain pose. Inhale, your arms come up overhead. On the exhale, left arm, we're going to take eagle arms here in our single leg mountain. So left hand comes up and underneath the right. Fingertips rest inside that right palm. On your inhale, we're going to hinge at the hips, folding forward. As you exhale, send that left heel back. Warrior 3 with eagle arms. Embrace the shakes. Try and keep your hips square towards the floor. Try not to open up towards your right side. Being kind with yourself if you lose it. On your next inhale, we're going to sweep that left leg back through. Come back up. Single leg mountain pose. On the exhale, step that left knee up and over the right leg as you sit back into your imaginary chair. Taking eagle pose here. Again, if you have the mobility with that left hip and leg, you can tuck your left foot behind your right calf for a double bind with your legs. Stay here for one more breath. Try and find that balance. On the exhale, release the bind in your legs and hands as you reach towards the sky. Inhale, stretch up nice and tall. On the exhale, hinge at the hips and fold forward. Your next breath in, raise up halfway. Press the palms of the hands into your shins. On the exhale, release forward. Let the weight of your head pull you forward into the balls of your feet. Taking a gentle bend in the knees if you need. Try and get your chest as close to your thighs as you can. Your next inhale, interlace your fingers behind your back. On your exhale, press that fist up towards the sky. Take a gentle rinse in your shoulders. Open up the front side of your chest. Inhale, release the bind behind your back. Plant your hands on the earth. Step your feet back, return to that high plank. Your next inhale, shift your weight forward into your tippy toes. On the exhale, lower halfway, chaturanga. Inhale, untuck the toes, shine your heart forward, keep the thighs and knees lifted. On the exhale, return to your downward facing dog. Inhale, that left heel goes high this time. On the exhale, sweep it through, step between the palms of your hands. Square the hips here, press down through that left heel as you reach up towards the sky, high crescent lunge. Checking in with that position of your legs. Really drive that right hamstring back towards the back of the mat. Left knee is stacked on top of your left ankle. On your next inhale, hands come to heart center. Hinging forward at the hips. On the exhale, sweep the right leg through, single leg mountain pose. Inhale, arms come up overhead. This time, right arm's gonna sweep up and under. Eagle arms, tuck those right fingertips into the left palm. Inhale, we're hinging at the hips. Keep them square to the mat as you drive that right heel back. Folding forward. Warrior 3 with eagle arms. Lost it again, and that's okay. Your next breath in, we're gonna sweep that right leg back through, hinge at the hips, come back up, single leg mountain pose. On the exhale, step the right knee up and over the left leg as you sit back into the imaginary chair. Really try and press the elbows away from your chest. Find that balance. One more breath here. On the inhale, release the bind in your arms and legs. Reach towards the sky. As you exhale, fold forward. Inhale for a halfway lift. Exhale, let it all go. Let gravity carry you forward. Open up your low back and hamstrings. Option here to reach for opposite elbows. Sway side to side, nice and gently. Shake the head out. Release any tension you may have built. Inhale, plant the hands, step the feet back. High plank. As you exhale, lower down halfway. Inhale for upward facing. Exhale, downward facing. Your next inhale, that right heel's going high again. On the exhale, we're gonna sweep through to your half pigeon. So right knee comes behind your right wrist, right ankle behind the left wrist. Lower down that left knee, untuck the left toes. You can use your hands to try and square that right leg out in front of you. It's okay if it's not that perfect 90-degree angle. Just try and get that right heel as far away from your hips as comfortable. Keep the hips square like we do. Drive that right hip back, left hip forward. So really opening up the back side of the right hip. Option to reach for a prop to allow for some support in this pose underneath the right hip. Can be a block, a pillow. We'll start up nice and tall in the spine. On your inhale, press down through the palms. And again, only if it's accessible to you. On the exhale, fold forward, come down to the forearms. Option to add some support and raise the earth to you if you need. Place that block or that pillow underneath your forearms. Or you can save it for this deepest expression here. If it's accessible, you completely surrender into your half pigeon by lowering your forehead down to a prop or the floor. Let yourself melt into this half pigeon. Reconnect with your breath. And wherever you find yourself on your next inhale, let's meet back on the palms of our hands. Nice tall spine. On the next inhale, untuck those left toes, raise the left knee. On the exhale, sweep that right heel back, three-legged down dog. Gently float the right toes back down to the mat. Revisit your downward dog. Inhale, the left heel goes high this time. On the exhale, we're sweeping through half pigeon opposite side. So left knee behind your left wrist, left ankle behind the right. Untuck the right toes, lower down that right knee. Again, option to use your hand to get to that comfortable position with your left leg. Inhale that nice tall spine, press down through all 10 fingers. Shine your heart forward, square the hips. Create a little bit of extra space to fold forward on your exhale. Perfectly acceptable to stay here, or maybe you want to go a little deeper. Completely surrender into this half pigeon.
Whenever you're ready, wherever you're at, we're gonna meet back on the palms of our hands, nice tall spine. The next inhale, untuck the right toes, raise that right knee. On your exhale, send that left heel high, three-legged down. Gently float the left foot back to meet the right. Revisit your down dog. Press through the palms and all 10 fingers to send your chest back. Inhale, shift your weight forward, come to that high plank. Hold here for just a little bit longer. On your next exhale, we're gonna lower down as slow as you can. Nice and controlled. Coming all the way down to your stomach. Tuck those elbows in nice and tight. Rest the palms of your hands just on the sides of your rib cage. Squeeze the shoulder blades down your back away from your ears. Press down through the tops of your feet on the inhale. As you exhale, gently lift your chest and forehead. Low cobra pose. Option to float the palms of the hands here, making sure you're not pressing down through your upper body. You want to activate that posterior chain to create this lift. One more breath here. On the exhale, lower back down, resting your temple on the mat. From here, interlace your fingers behind your back, press down through the tops of your feet. On the exhale, press that fist towards your glutes, raise your chest and forehead off the mat. Again, activate that posterior chain, taking this gentle back bend, working your core from all different angles. Rinse in the shoulders to open up your chest. One more breath here. On the exhale, gently lower down, opposite temple, rest softly on the mat. Release the bind behind your back. On your next inhale, we're going to take a bend in the right knee. Bring that right heel towards your glute. On the exhale, reach for that right ankle. Locking in that grip by pointing your right toes down towards the mat, towards your knee. Your next inhale, take a bend in the left knee. On the exhale, reaching for that left ankle with your left hand. Point the left toes down towards the mat. Squeeze those shoulder blades together and down your back. On your inhale, press the heels up towards the sky and away from your glutes. On the exhale, pull back with your upper extremity to raise your chest and forehead off the mat. We're resting on that soft part of your belly. Bow pose. Stay lifted here if you can. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and gently lower back down. Take an open mouth exhale. And when you're ready, make your way onto your back. On your next inhale, we're going to bring both heels in tight towards your glutes. As you exhale, press down through the heels, shifting your hips up towards the sky for a bridge pose. You can reach the fingertips towards the heels by planting the palms softly on the mat. You can challenge yourself a little bit more core engagement if you want. Reach the arms up overhead.
Really press down, turn on the glutes, press the hips up towards the sky. Option to stay here with the bridge. You can either take that bind behind your back, interlace the fingers as you tuck your shoulders underneath, or you can follow me along, pressing up into wheel. So tuck those elbows in nice and tight, palms of the hands rest softly on the mat on either side of your head. Right in close to your ears, fingers point back towards the tops of your shoulders. Press down through the heels and the palms of your hands as you exhale. Take a back bend. Let the crown of your head drop down towards the ground. Keep the knees tucked in towards the midline of the body. Stay here for one more breath. And as you come out, tuck the chin first. Keep your spine straight as you gently lower down one vertebrae at a time. On your next inhale, bring both knees into your chest. As you exhale, tops of the feet go up towards the sky. Pull those feet down towards the ground. Happy baby. You can gently rock side to side here, massaging out the low back. Option to have a playful baby. Extend one leg at a time. Maybe you take those peace fingers, reach between your big toe and your second toe. Open up the hamstrings. Start with the right leg maybe, keeping that grip on the toe or the bottom of the foot. Then bring that right knee back down towards the ground as you extend the left leg. Play around with whatever feels right in your body on your mat. Revisit that happy baby. Try and keep the sacrum pinned down flat on the earth. Gentle tuck in the chin to elongate your neck. Hold here for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. On the exhale, bring the heels and the feet back down to the mat. Big toe and heel come to touch and let your knees fall out wide. Supta Baddha Konasana, your supine bound angle. Almost there, almost finished. And it takes a total body activation here. And we'll start with our core. So really imagine you're pinning your belly button through your abdomen, creating a nice flat back. From here, check in with your pelvic floor. Activate the pelvic floor and your core. Press the heels and the balls of the feet together. Don't lose that contraction in your core as you press the knees down towards the mat. So you've got this core and lower body engagement, keeping everything engaged all at the same time. From here, bring your pointer finger and your thumb up above your head, creating a diamond shape as you press those fingertips together. Just the pointer finger and the thumb. Here, press the elbows into the earth. Pin those shoulders flat on the ground and away from your ears. Revisit that contraction in your core. Nice flat low back. Activate the pelvic floor. Press the heels together. Send the knees out wide. Keep the engagement in your upper body. Hold this total body activation for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Open mouth, exhale, let it all go. Option to stay here in this Supta Baddha Konasana position or take your normal corpse pose, let the legs go long. Whatever feels right. Just try and find that place of peace, that place of stillness. Let your body begin to rest.
Start to activate that parasympathetic nervous system. Do your best to keep your body and your mind still. Gently start to wake your body up from this peaceful slumber. Bring some gentle movements back into your body. Slowly start to let those movements grow. Taking whatever means feels right to you to slowly make your way into a comfortable seated position. Just want to say happy Thursday. A gentle reminder to live and not just exist. Appreciate you tuning in. Namaste.